There lived a girl in the middle of the forest in West Kalimantan, named Arai. She had a gift to speak with all the trees. She was the tree's darling.
This bajak root really make my day. Good morning, my dear tree.
Good morning, Arai. You always look gorgeous.
Stay fresh and healthy, Arai. Thanks. What a nice air.
That's my job to give you fresh air, Arai.
I think it's a good day to go fishing. If only we could walk like you. That must be really fun. Take care, Arai. Don't let the wild animal eat you up. We love you. We don't want to lose you. Thanks.
It's time to cut all of them. Then I can work on my biggest project. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha!
Oh no! This can't be happen! I need to help my friends! What should I do? I need to speak with the giant tree! The people are coming! The people are coming!
I know, Arai. The time has come.
What do you mean?
A few weeks ago, I saw a visitor come to our place. They plan to clear the area so that they can build houses. This forest has its potential to build a residence. So, I can be rich! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha!
They can't do that!
You know, my roots spread and connect to all around the forest. I can feel the cutting is getting bigger, and it'll be over soon.
What can I do? Please tell me! It has to stop!
Hear me out. You don't have to worry, my dear. Trees will never extinct. It's your duty as human to replanet again as much as possible. You can't live without us. Hey kid, move away!
Who are you? This is our place! You have no right to invade this place!
Who cares? You're just a little kid. I'm doing what I should. Heh.
Aren't you afraid of karma? You saw what you reap! Mother Nature won't be silent! Bad fortune will smile upon you! You know, trees give us lives and prosperity!
You know, I don't believe in such thing. What I believe, those trees can give me money. Move away!
Oh baby! I'm going to plant you!
What? How could this happen? I've cut all of them. I can't let this happen. The tree must be cut right now. Ha!
The plants gradually grow and live again in harmony. Forest is source of life. It gives us fresh air to breathe. That's what made Earth different to the other planet. Remember, you will sow what you reap. What you do now will affect the future outcomes. And greed will only bring you short fortune and long-term agony.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable juries and judges in storytelling competition. Good morning. Allow me to introduce our group. My name is Mirda Ayulana as English teacher and also the prologue in this story. And then beside me my students Najwa and Aisha who will tell the stories. Today we are going to tell the stories from our regency Ula Lia Lake. Okay, let's see our performance and don't go anywhere. Once upon a time, lived a beautiful girl in Soak Baru village, Musi Banyuasin Regency. Her name was Dahlia. Many people call her Lia. Lia was very beautiful and many people admired her beauty and wanted her to be their wife. And then the report about the beauty of Lia was heard by Majitu, who was the rich man in Soak Baru village. He wants Lia to be his wife. One day, Majitu came to Lia's house to propose her to be his wife. But do you know what? He refused his proposal because she didn't love him.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning, ma'am. I come here because I want to meet you.
Waalaikumsalam. Good morning to all Majitu. Why do you come to our house?
I come here because I want to meet you.
Okay, I will call Lia to meet you. Come in and you can see. Lia, come here. There is someone to meet you. Okay, mom. Waiting for a while. I want to meet him.
Oh, Lia, how beautiful you are. I never met someone like you, Lia. I admire you. Will you marry me?
I'm sorry. I can receive your proposal to be your wife because I don't love you, Majitu. You can search another girl to be your wife.
What? You refuse my proposal? I warned you. You will regret it because I am the rich man in this village.
Please forgive me and understand me. I can feel my feeling towards you.
After this incident, Majitu was very angry to the Lia. He made someone to make Lia feel ashamed with bad smelling and having scabies.
Why do you come here? What I can do for you, sir?
I come here because I love the girl named Lia, but she doesn't love me. She rejected my proposal yesterday. If she doesn't love me, please make Lia feel ashamed with bad smelling and having scabies. Nobody wants to live with her and love her. I will pay you a high price if you can win my divorce.
It's easy. I can do it for you, sir. Oh, Lord of Darkness, please make Dahlia ashamed with bad smelling and having scabies.
Thank you for your kindness. This is for you.
After that, She was so shocked when she woke up in the morning, her body full with the scabies and bad smelling. And many citizens live around Leah were disturbed by her illness. And then he expelled Leah to go from their village. And then, do you know, her parents were very sad and they isolated Leah at the bank of the lake. This report was heard by Majitu. He was very happy because his scheming rained. Leah lived alone for years in the bank.
What happened to my body, Mom? Mom, look at me, look at my skin. Leah, I'm sorry. We must isolate you to the other place there because many people are disturbed by your scabies skin. If you will recover from your illness, we will fetch you to go back. Leah, you deserve to get it because you hard. You have bad smelling and heavy skin. Nobody wants to marry you.
You are so malicious because you are happy to look me like this.
Days to days, month to months, and years to years, Leah lived alone and her illness couldn't recover. Leah felt hopeless and wanted to suicide because she couldn't bear her pain, and then she prayed to the God to end her life.
Oh my God, help me. I can't bear my pain. I can't live with my illness.
Suddenly, there was a crocodile appeared from the lake. In this incident, there was a man who was fishing to see Leah. Leah was eaten by crocodile, and then he ran away to inform her family about this incident. After that, her family and neighbor heard this information to go to the lake to see Leah.
Oh my God, help, help, help. Open the door, ma'am, open the door. Ma'am, I saw Leah eaten by crocodile at the bank of the lake.
Okay, we go there to help Leah.
The parents and her neighbor searched Leah. It was not far from here. Her body was found.
How poor you are, my daughter. Are you satisfied with this moment? I miss my daughter. She was so kind. She sacrificed her life to you all.
Sorry, ma'am. You know that she's so kind. Although she met ashamed by much, but she doesn't take revenge to him. We are grateful about this incident. To memorize this incident, we give the name of this lake, Ula.
Leah was buried at the bank of the lake. Many people call this lake Ula Lake, and this is one of tourist destination in Musi Banyu Serijasi. The moral lesson from the story: don't take revenge on evil, but repay with the kindness, because our kindness can make someone memorize us. Thank you very much for watching this video, and then stay safe and stay at home. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable juries and judges in storytelling competition. Good morning. Allow me to introduce our group. My name is Mirda Ayulana as English teacher and also the prologue in this story. And then beside me, my students, Najwa and Aisha, who will tell the stories. Today, we are going to tell the stories from our agency, Ula Lia Lake. Okay, let's see our performance and don't go anywhere. Once upon a time, lived a beautiful girl in Sekolh Baru village, Musi Banyu Serijasi. Her name was Dahlia. Many people call her Lia. Lia was very beautiful and many people admired her beauty and wanted her to be their wife. And then the report about the beauty of Lia was heard by Majitu, who was the rich man in Sekolh Baru village. He wants Lia to be his wife. One day, Majitu came to Lia's house to propose her to be his wife. But do you know what? He refused his proposal because she didn't love him.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning, ma'am. I come here because I want to meet you.
Waalaikumsalam. Good morning to all my gitu. Why do you come to our hut?
I come here because I want to meet you.
Okay, I will call Leah to meet you.
Come in and you can see. Leah, come here. There is someone to meet you. Okay, Mom. Waiting for a while. I want to meet him. Oh, Leah, how beautiful you are. I never met someone like you, Leah. I admire you. Will you marry me? I'm sorry. I can receive your proposal and be your wife because I don't love you, Majid. You can search another girl to be your wife. What? You refuse my proposal? I warned you. You will regret it because I am the rich man in this village. Please forgive me and understand me. I can feel my feelings towards you.
After this incident, Majid was very angry to the Leah. He made someone to make Leah feel ashamed with bad smelling and having scabies.
Why do you come here? What I can do for you, sir? I come here because I love the girl named Leah, but she doesn't love me. She rejected my proposal yesterday. If she doesn't love me, please make Leah feel ashamed with bad smelling and having scabies. Nobody wants to live with her and love her. I will pay you a high price if you can win my divorce. It's easy. I can do it for you, sir. Oh, Lord of Darkness, please make Dahlia ashamed with bad smelling and having scabies. Thank you for your kindness. This is for you.
After that, she was so shocked when she woke up in the morning. Her body full with the scabies and bad smelling. And many citizens live around Leah were disturbed by her illness. And then he expelled Leah to go from their village. And then, do you know, her parents were very sad. And they isolated Leah at the bank of the lake. This report was heard by Majid. He was very happy because his scheming grant. Leah lived alone for years in the bank.
What happened to my body, Mom? Mom, look at me. Look at my skin. Leah, I'm sorry. We must isolate you to the other place there because many people are disturbed by your scabies skin. If you will recover from your illness, we will fetch you to go back. Leah, you deserve to get it because you hard. You have bad smelling and having scabies. Nobody wants to marry you. You are so malicious because you are happy to look me like this.
Days to days, month to months, and years to years, Leah lived alone and her illness couldn't recover. Leah felt hopeless and wanted to suicide because she couldn't bear her pain, and then she prayed to the God to end her life.
Oh my God, help me. I can't bear my pain. I can't live with my illness.
Suddenly, there was a crocodile appeared from the lake. In this incident, there was a man who was fishing to see Leah. Leah was eaten by crocodile, and then he ran away to inform her family about this incident. After that, her family and neighbor heard this information to go to the lake to see Leah.
Oh my God, help, help, help. Open the door, ma'am, open the door. Ma'am, I saw Leah eaten by crocodile at the bank of the lake. Okay, we go there to help Leah.
The parents and her neighbor searched Leah. It was not far from here. Her body was found.
How poor you are, my daughter. Are you satisfied with this moment? I miss my daughter. She was so kind. She sacrificed her life to you all.
Sorry, ma'am. You know that she's so kind. Although she went ashamed by much, but she doesn't take revenge to him. We are grateful about this incident. To memorize this incident, we give the name of this lake, Ula.
Leah was buried at the bank of the lake. Many people call this lake Ula Lake, and this is one of tourist destination in Musi Bangasari Jasi. The moral lesson from the story: don't take revenge on evil, but repay with the kindness, because our kindness can make someone memorize us. Thank you so much for watch this video, and then stay safe and stay at home. Bye bye.
Hi everyone, we are the team from PKBMHSB or Homeschooling Primagama would like to tell you about the story of Timun Mas or golden cucumber. The golden cucumber or Timun Mas is one of the Japanese folk tales that tell us about the story of a brave girl who tries to escape and survive from an evil green giant. This story is also the representations of Indonesian culture because of the character, the characterizations, the settings, the themes are described the Indonesian culture itself. These folk tales represent human and nature relationship. It can be shown that the people in the story believe that the nature can help them. The culture and nature relationship can be drawn from the values and beliefs that can be found in the story. The greediness, the bravery, the loyalty will remember us about something that always happened in our daily life. And here is the story of Timun Mas.
A long time ago, in the island of Java, Indonesia, lived a widow. She had been growing old for some years, but she never had children. So one night, she decided to pray to God, and her prayers were answered through a mythical creature named Buto. Buto Ijo was very vicious and powerful giant. She granted on one condition. When their children had grown up, she's going to come back for the children. The farmers agreed to her condition. Butojo gave her cucumber seeds and told them to plant the seeds and wait a few months. Several months later, she got a baby girl inside an oversized golden cucumber that grew in her garden. She named her Timun Amas. And as time lingers on, Timun Amas grew to be very healthy and very smart. She was also very diligent. But one night, the widow dreamt that Buto Ijo was going to eat her beloved alive. She was scared. But then, in the same dream, she met a sorcerer that told her to find some seeds, salt, and shrimp paste. The next day, the widow woke up and decided to go forage for the seeds, and after she has done so, she heard the familiar footsteps of Buto Ijo. The widow ran to Timun Amas, and without further explanation, she told her daughter, Timun, there is not much time. She's coming for you. Take the seeds. They will protect you. Run as fast and as far away you can. Timun did what her mother told her to do. She ran away, escaping from the back of the house. Buto Ijo came along, twirling her black locks. Oh, my dear widow, I'm here to receive your taxes, she yelled out. The widow came out of the house and exclaimed that Timun Amas isn't here. Maybe next time. Buto Ijo was sus. Buto Ijo raised an eyebrow and chuckled. You don't really think I'm that dumb, do you? The giant then proceeded to chase Timun Amas over the hill. Timun Amas was just a girl, while Butoyo was a giant, so she could easily catch up. When she was just several steps behind, Timun Emas threw her salt. The salt that hit the ground turned into a lake. But Butoyo could overcome it in no time and continued chasing her. Yet, it was not long before she caught up to Timun Emas once more. When she was just several steps behind, Timun Emas threw her bamboo needles. Soon, they turned into dense bamboo trees. Butoyo found it kind of hard to pass this time. It took her some time to break these dense bamboo trees. Meanwhile, Timun Emas ran farther and faster than before. Finally, when Timun Emas was almost caught, she threw her surface. Soon, the land where Butoyo stood turned into a swamp. Timun Emas looked back to see that Butoyo had sunk into the swamp she had dropped. Timun Emas was thankful to God and came back to her mother, hugging her tightly. But then again, they felt the ground shook. Timun Emas thought it was over, but Butoyo raced over the horizon and ran to them. Playing tag is fun, but it's so tiring. Please, never do that again. Timun Emas looked up at the giant and yelled for her to hear. How can I not run when you're trying to eat me, oh giant? Eat you? Oh honey, we giants are vegetarian. Why else would I look this good and be green at the same time? If I ate humans, my body will be corrupted as your little humans are. I'm here to take you to my garden, where you can work for me, and to congratulate your mother, since she raised you to be such a fine lady. At the end, the three of them laughed. The widow thought maybe she shouldn't assume things at people, especially to people she doesn't know, without asking them, no matter what they are, who they are, how they look like, or where they come from.
My name is Mohanara Murugia from Methodist Girls School Ipoh, Malaysia, and my girls do a story entitled. Without further ado, let us listen to the story.
A very good day to the viewers.
I'm Sandhya.
I'm Ranjani, and today we'll be telling a story entitled The Fair King. Once upon a time, there lived a fair king who ruled over the land of Kedah. Under his reign, Kedah was well known amongst other lands for its peace and prosperity. The great king had a son who inherited his good looks, but sadly not his values. When the king died due to old age, the prince took over the throne as the king of Kedah. The new king failed to uphold his father's legacy as he ignored the needs of his people. He was blinded by his greed for money and gold that he led Kedah into a downfall. One day, when the king was out hunting, she accidentally cut her fingers and a few drops of blood dripped into the food. The king returned at that moment and demanded for food since he was famished. The cook did not have enough time to make up another dish and was forced to serve the tainted food to the king. The king, oblivious to the anxious cook, took a bite and realized the food was unusually delicious. He licked the plate clean and demanded for a second serving. The cook was very careful this time and decided to bandage her fingers. However, the king realized the lack of flavor in the second serving and was enraged. "What did you add in the first serving? And why is it missing in the second one?" the king boomed. The cook nervously explained that she had accidentally cut her finger and her blood was mixed with the food. A sort of malice grew in the king's heart. He issued an order to execute one prisoner each day and to use his blood in his food. The number of prisoners decreased as the king's addiction for blood grew every day. When all the prisoners were killed, he ruthlessly ordered the young children of his land to be killed for their blood instead. The country burst into an uproar due to the king's actions, but that did not stop him from his cruelty. One morning, the king woke up to find a pair of long pointed teeth growing out from his mouth. As the king's thirst for blood grew each day, the ministers of Kedah decided to put a stop to him. Together with the citizens, they raged into the palace. It was a whole kingdom against one king, and you can guess how that turned out for him. Outnumbered, he fled the palace and ran into the eerie woods to escape the wrath of the people. The king continued running without looking back until he reached a dark cave nestled in the middle of the woods. He approached the cave and decided to take shelter there. The king drifted off to sleep. When he woke up, however, an old hag was looming over him. She had wrinkled skin and long, gnarly fingers. "I have never laid my eyes on such an unpleasant sight," he thought to himself in disbelief. However, he dared not speak a word, as he could feel the old woman staring at him with razor-sharp vision. As he was examining the surroundings of the cave, he caught a glimpse at antediluvian items like broken mirrors, bloody knives, strands of hair tied to a red ribbon, and bottles of herbs. This made him realize that the old hag was actually a witch. "Are you thinking of tasting my blood?" asked the witch, followed by a high-pitched cackle. "How did you know?" he thought to himself. "I have a way to help you get over your thirst for blood, but you must be prepared to sacrifice something very valuable to you," said the witch. The king took a few seconds to himself to think about it and finally agreed. "To help you regain your normal human form, you must kill both your wife and your son and consume their blood," said the witch. "How could I possibly do that?" thought the king sadly. The witch told the king that this was the only way for him to turn back to a normal human being again. With a heavy heart, the king returned to the palace, which he once called home. As he approached the bedchamber, he saw the queen and the prince sitting beside their fireplace. Both of their faces turned as pale as the ghosts as they sensed the presence of the bloodthirsty king. As he stared deeply into the eyes of the queen and the prince, he realized that he could never kill them for his own benefits because both of them meant the world to him. Only then did he realize all the mistakes and sins that he has done for the citizens of Kedah in the past. He decided once and for all that he would never kill anyone for the sake of blood anymore. In a flash, the witch appeared, and she said that she was only testing him to see if he would do whatever it takes to reverse the curse. Since the king had realized his mistakes, the witch agreed to set the king free from his predicament. Without further ado, the witch started to cast a powerful spell which reversed the king's curse and turned him back into a normal human again. As an after effect of the spell, the king's sharp-edged pair of fangs fell out from his mouth. Days passed and the king started ruling the country with happiness and took an oath to never be an inconsiderate king to the people of his country again. With the help of the ministers of Kedah and the citizens, the Kedah became a happy country again. That is the end of our story. Thank you and have a great day.
My name is Mohanaram Murugia from Methodist Girls' School Ipoh, Malaysia, and my girls do a story entitled. Without further ado, let us listen to the story.
A very good day to the viewers. I'm Sandhya. I'm Ranjani, and today we'll be telling a story entitled The Fan King. Once upon a time,
My name is Mohanaram Murugia from Methodist Girls' School Ipoh, Malaysia, and my girls Chu An Yi and Pooja Wilson are going to present to you a story entitled Puteri Gunung Ledang, a folktale which is widely known in Malaysia. The story Puteri Gunung Ledang carries the moral value of love and teaches us not to be selfish. Now, without further ado, let us listen to the story.
Once upon a time, in the late 15th century of Sultan Malacca, it was believed that there was a beautiful fairy princess who lived at the peak of Mount Leda. Her name was Princess Mount Leda. The tales of her beauty spread throughout the region and finally reaches the ear of Sultan Malacca, Sultan Mahmud Shah. When his ministers reminded him that he had married a princess of China and a princess of Java, the greedy Sultan said, "For one prince to marry the daughter of another prince? Even our rajas do that. What I desire is a bride and such that no other raja possesses." He dispatched his finest warrior, the now and elderly Hamdor, and other captains, Tun Mamat and Sang Seti. Tun Mamat, I want you to go immediately to Mount Leda with Laksamana Hamdor and Sang Seti. Ask for the hand of the princess to marry me, commanded the Sultan. The journey to the peak of the mountain was laborious and full of obstacles. They were struck by a strong wind and could climb no further. Sang Setia and I don't think we can continue this journey. Continue with your quest, Mama, and fulfill your duties to the king, said Laksamana Hamdua. Tun Mamat continued to climb up the mountain with loss of spirit and effort until he reached a point where the clouds seemed so
First, he must build 2 bridges from Mount Leda to the Sultan's palace. One of gold and one of silver. Then, for a betrothal gift, he must present 7 trays of mosquitoes' hearts, 7 trays of germs' hearts, 7 barrels of juice from the betel nuts, and 7 barrels of virgin's tears. Last but not least is a silver bowl filled with the blood of his only son. A long silence followed her words. Very well. I shall convey these messages to the Sultan, said Tun Mamat with a heavy heart. Upon returning to Malacca, Tun Mamat conveyed the princess' conditions to the Sultan. Very well. I accept her challenge. I shall use all my riches to impress the princess and win her heart. Ha ha ha, said the Sultan weakly.
The Sultan used every resources in his hands to fulfill the princess's request. He made his people work day and night and soon prepared for the first 6th gift. When he thought about the 7th gift, his heart started to feel heavy.
How will I ever sacrifice my own flesh and blood for the sake of a maiden? My son is my life and the only heir to this great empire, said the Sultan.
The Sultan loved his son so dearly, and as he thought of it, he finally saw the light. When he looked out of his lens, he found out what he had missed before. The people of Malacca were suffering. He realized then what he had paid for his greed and selfishness.
Suddenly, the princess appeared in front of the Sultan. She explained that her preposterous demands were an indirect refusal to his proposal. The Sultan felt ashamed of his actions and apologized to the people.
The moral of the story is, one who is blinded with greed will end up with loss and suffering. Thank you.
Hello everyone, we are from Nurul Huda Islamic High School. My name is Mr. Acang.
My name is Anita Virus. My name is Siti Hasan.
We are going to deliver a story with the title The Legend of Toba Lake. The story comes from North Sumatra Province, Indonesia. Enjoy the story and happy watching.
Once upon a time, there was a man named Toba who was living in North Sumatra. He lived in a simple hut in a farming field. He did some gardening and fishing for his daily life. One day in the morning, the young man went fishing in the river. Not so long after he threw the bait, it was bitten by a fish. He pulled, and pulled the fishing rod, and was amazed by the fish he caught. It was a big golden fish. Oh, this must be my lucky day. Fish party tonight, said the man.
Wait, please don't eat me. The fish suddenly spoke to the young man. He shouted. The young man dropped the golden fish. What kind of fish are you? And suddenly, the fish turned into a beautiful princess.
I must have dreaming, Toba said to himself.
Don't afraid, sir. I was the princess cursed by the gods because a mistake I did. You saved me, said the girl. As my gratitude, I'm willing to be your wife.
Toba was so amazed to see the beauty of the girl. Are you serious?
Yes, sir. But you have to promise not to tell anyone about the secret that I was once a fish. Otherwise, there will be a huge disaster. Being shouted by the beauty of the girl, he made the deal and they got married. Years passed. The young man and his wife already had a son. They were so happy. They named him Samosil. Samosil grew up as a healthy boy, but he was a little naughty. One day, the wife asked their son to deliver lunch to his father. In the middle of the way, he felt very hungry. I'm starving. That wouldn't be mine if I eat half of his food, think the boy. Then he started to eat and eat and eat again, until there was nothing left for his father.
While the father, who had been working since morning, waiting for his lunch, he was so hungry. Where is my food? Asked the father.
I'm sorry, Dad. I was starving on the way here, so I accidentally ate your lunch, said Samosil.
Accidentally? Toba became so furious and shouted. You damn son of fish! Samosil ran home and asked her mother. The mother started crying, felt sad that her husband had broke his promise.
Then she told her son to run up the hill because a huge disaster was about to come. Go, my son, go! Step yourself to the hill. When Samosil left, she prayed, Dear Almighty, I feel very happy to have a life like this, but my husband broke his promise. I couldn't take it.
Suddenly, the lightning broke the silence of the night. Soon, there was a big earthquake followed by non-stop pouring rain. The whole area got flooded and became a lake. She turned into the fish again. Up upon the hill, Samosil safe, and that small hill became a small island in the middle of the lake. Until today, the legendary lake is called as Toba Lake, and the island also known as Samosil Island.
Moral value from this story is don't break a promise that we have made or said. If we break a promise, a big problem will come.
Hello everyone, that's all from us. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoy the video and the story. Thank you very much and bye.
is a real-life story of one of my students who was able to achieve amazing things despite her young age.
We are going to show her story to influence the young generation of today that success of tomorrow comes from the determination of today. This story is not about them, it's about you.
Nowadays, people around the world talk about problems. Yes, problems, problems, problems! War between nations, black versus white propagandas, Western versus Asian diversities, environmental typhoons in the Philippines, and the most annoying one, the coronavirus. Too much negativity. That's why I want you to meet my friend, Pai.
Hi, I'm Valia Contindon. They call me Pai. I have a problem. I want to be successful. I will share with you a part of my life where it all started. Way back when I was in elementary, I was practicing a dance together with my friends. I saw people practicing, laughing, giggling, and having fun. I was exhausted. An idea came to my mind. I want to be a model. Yes, you heard me right. I want to be a model. So I went back home and told my aunt about it. And she told my mother. My mother was very supportive that she didn't even ask me why.
With the help of my aunt, we went searching for a training center to be a model, and we found an academy. In the academy, I trained so hard. It was so difficult.
After days and days of training in the academy, I joined my first competition called Rati Pamai Saya Hengrap. I got into the top 10, but I did not win. But it didn't make me sad. It was my first time, and it was the perfect gift for my mom. So I started joining competitions in pageantry and modeling. I gained a lot of experiences in those competitions. And I won! I cried a lot, not because I'm sad, but because of great happiness and fulfillment. After that, I went to the Philippines to start my 14-day training before the pageant. I was so excited because I need to speak English for 14 long days. The first day when I arrived in the Philippines was so fun. People are friendly.
What's your talent? My talent is Thai boxing.
Thai boxing. Okay.
I met new friends from a different country. Orientation began, and it was really fun. I cried so hard, and in my mind, I am ready to give up. I heard a sound coming from my phone, and when I unlocked my phone, someone smiled at me. My mom